you don't know how to draw. It turns out that all the drawings we've been making were wrong. That's why TikTok came along and said, I'm going to teach you the right way to draw. So let's watch the first tutorial, and we'll erase every result from So let's jump into the first tutorial. I'm going to say everything on this drawing. I drew specifically for this video so it can be our test subject. So the first step to make the tutorial look in that style is to grab a blue color. It shouldn't be too vibrant. It has to be light muted. Paint over the entire drawing with it, of course on spray layer, not on the drawing itself. Then set the layer to multiply. Create a new layer, set to add, and using an airbrush with yellow. Add the lighting like this. I feel like something is wrong. I'll change the shade of yellow. Okay, I think it looks a little bit better now. Create a new layer underneath everything and fill it with black. Then grab an orange color and make random dots in the background. After that, go to filter, choose motion blur, and voila! Not gonna lie, the result isn't very convincing. It feels like the character become darker instead of brighter. I'll add some backlighting behind her so she glows more. And this is the final result. It's not bad enough to be and it's not good enough to be. So I'm giving it a middle rating. Let's move on to the next tutorial. Same drawing, let's try it. First, take this blur color. Using the airbrush, paint the face like this. Then paint over with red as well. Honestly, when I watched the video, I noticed that the red or pink they used wasn't completely red. I don't know, it had a little yellow and orange and maybe purple, I don't know, so I tried to make the closest color I could. Then set the layer to soft light and lower the opacity to 39. And voila! Honestly, I don't know if I liked it or not. I keep looking at the before and after. Sometimes I feel the original looked better, and sometimes I feel like this gave it a nice effect. But I concluded in the end that the colors of my drawing just don't suit the effect. And since this tutorial doesn't work with every drawing, I'm sorry to say that goes into the category. Let's move on to the next tutorial. Honestly, when I first saw this video, I thought it was completely useless. I don't even need to color inside the drawing. I mean, I'm totally fine with coloring outside the lines and erasing it afterward. Actually, I found that part pretty satisfying, but I'll try it anyway. Of course, the eraser buckets didn't have to look like this. Then we start erasing the area outside the line art. Honestly, I was shocked by how accurate it is. It never goes inside the line art and erases everything with incredible precision. Then once you've selected the area you want to color, fill it with gray. Of course, it doesn't have to be gray, it can be any color you want, even white. The important thing is that there's a color inside. The last step is remove the selection line and voila! Honestly, I'm amazed by how precise and clean the result is. I honestly feel like this convinced me to start using it. So this tutorial definitely goes to the category. Let's move on to the next tutorial. This is the weirdest art tutorial I've ever seen in my life. I have no idea what the person who came with it was thinking. They were probably starving. In reply to our drawing, she's about to lose her beautiful blue eyes. Stop! For the people who are still watching, not like the people who left at the beginning of the video, I want to tell you a secret. Believe it or not, this girl wasn't original white. Yep, I first tried coloring hair with a dark skin. It was my first time coloring dark skin, and I don't know what I was thinking. I gave her this beautiful blue eyes so she'd be brown and unique compared to other dark skinned people. I don't even know if there are people with dark skin who naturally have blue eyes. Anyway, don't tell anyone this secret, and if you've heard this secret, leave this emoji so I know you're members of our secret organization. Now let's get back to the video. I'm going to use pasta since it says to use your favorite food. Resize it until it's about the size of the iris. And voila! Guys, I don't even know how to tell you this, but the result is insane. I can't believe how well it works and how realistic it actually looks. I never thought the day would come when, instead of drawing an iris, I'd put a pasta in it. Then I got a crazy idea to test whether you guys are actually smart and paying attention or not. I posted the drawing on Instagram and YouTube, and just for fun, I titled the post, "What's your favorite food?" And literally, y'all innocently commented your favorite food, and not a single one of you noticed. Anyway, the tutorial proudly goes into the category. Let's move on to the next tutorial. I actually liked this tutorial when I first saw it because I love making the backgrounds of my drawings look bright, but I felt like it wouldn't work with this drawing because it isn't bright. Still, I thought, why not? Even if it doesn't work with this character, I can use it whenever I draw bright characters. The mistake I think I made was adding way too many of these circles in the background. I didn't arrange them in a balanced but random way. As you can see, I really overdid them. But what I liked was when I added these small circles on top of the drawing, they literally give it such nice effect. And I feel like I should turn them into a brush. Instead of drawing one circle at a time and constantly changing the size, I'm thinking of making a ready-made brush. And don't forget the circle in the front need to be duplicated, then set to add and blur to get this beautiful result. And voila! Even though I know I added too many circles, it still turned out nice. Even though the drawing itself isn't bright, it looks good. So you can use this on all of your drawings. This tutorial definitely goes into the category. Let's move on to the next tutorial. This time we need the drawing without colors because TikTok taught us how to color it the right way. Even though the video didn't actually teach us how to make that effect, it basically only showed the final result. I checked the comments and the top comment explained how to do it. So a huge thank you to the person who wrote that comment for saving our lives. So I'm going to explain how to do it based on what they wrote. Tutorial how to do it. 1. Make a line art and duplicate it. 2. Make the top line art layer liner burn. 3. Clip another layer to the line art burn layer and color it first. 4. Add another layer in between the line arts. This one is what will make the effect shown in the video. Clarification. This shows the color of the liner burn, so try different colors and see if the end product is what you like.
Ooh, wow, this is crazy, guys.
Yeah, boy.
I never expected it to work. Every time you change the line art color, it automatically become a darker line art color. I take my hat to whoever come up with this method because I actually need it. I don't like keeping all my line art the same color. That's why whenever I finish coloring a drawing, I start changing the color of the line art depending on the part I'm coloring. This tutorial absolutely deserves to go into category. Let's move on to the next tutorial. This tutorial doesn't even need a drawing. It teaches us an easy way to draw eyes for people who struggle with making both eyes symmetrical or drawing eyes in perspective. First, I use the exact same brush with the exact same settings. Then you draw a rectangle like this, and inside it, right in the middle, draw a square. This will be the space between the eyes. Of course, you can make this rectangle longer or wider depending on the shape and size of the ice you want. Then draw the eye inside one section of the rectangle. Duplicate it and place it in the second section. I also tried drawing eyes from different angles and perspectives, and it actually worked. Of course, this isn't some brand new, mind-blowing idea. It's already a well-known method. But this version is a little creative, for example using the rectangle and the square inside it along with the perspective form tool. But there are artists who can already draw the fundamentals and perspective with ease. So if this tutorial is meant to be the way you should always draw, then it belongs in the category. But if it's only meant to help beginner artists, then it belongs in the category. And with that, guys, we've reached the end of the video. These were the tutorials we learned in today's video. If I had to choose one as my favorite tutorials, I'd definitely pick the pasta eye tutorial. It was the most fun, the best, and the weirdest one for me. Let me know in the comments which one you liked the most and which one you're going to use in your own drawings. And I think that's everything. See you in the next video. Bye!